What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another Selah episode. I love Selahs. And the reason why I love Selahs is because I just get to talk to y'all. We just get to connect and have a conversation about Jesus, which has become one of my favorite conversations. And for me to say that, baby. Sorry, I'm from New York. Okay, sorry. But for me to say that, it is like, God is so good. Like, God is so good. He's so faithful. He's so kind. So glad to be here today. I want to talk to you about something that I am in process with. I think it may have come up in another episode where we talked about these Bible characters a little bit, and I'm still in process with it. And it's the story of Mary and Martha. Mary and Martha, for those that don't know, a part of their story can be found in John 11:17 through 44. And that's a specific part of their story because it is when their brother has died, and their brother was Lazarus. And Lazarus was a man that Jesus was fairly close with and loved. And so Mary and Martha are two sisters who lost their brother. And we know that I lost my brother as well. And I don't want to make it an episode about grief, but it's more of an episode about heart posture. Because what's so beautiful about Martha and Mary is they're sisters. They're from the same bloodline, but they're two totally different people with two totally different heart postures. So when we're first introduced to Mary and Martha, it's Jesus comes to their home. And Martha, it doesn't say this, but I'm going to assume that she was probably the older sister, right? She was a sister that had to get everything together. She was a sister that had to make sure everything was perfect. And that was a lot of where her energy and her heart was, right? Like, we got to feed these people. We got to do this thing. Like, all these people are here. Like, we got to just get, make sure Jesus is comfortable, right? All of the anxiety. We have to perform well. And while she's busy trying to perform well, Mary, her sister, is seated at the feet of Jesus. And that frustrates Martha because she's like, girl, boo. We got all this stuff to do. I'm going to need you to get on up. Okay, Jesus, tell the girl to get on up. And Jesus is like, just wait a minute, right? She is where she needs to be. But what is also another layer to what Mary did is so revolutionary is that her seated at the feet of Jesus was a direct communication at that time about what her intentions were. If you sat at the foot of a rabbi, you made it clear that you had a desire to learn and a desire of closeness and to pursue that. You were literally establishing and cementing what your heart was. Fast forward, their brother is sick. They send for Jesus. And because they know Jesus, and Jesus out here just healing everybody, they believe that their brother will be healed. And I want you to imagine that, right? You see everybody else being blessed. Everybody else is getting this job. Everybody else is thriving, and you're expecting Jesus to come through for you. You have a friend whose dad had cancer, and now your dad has cancer, and their dad was healed, and you are expecting for your dad to be healed. But then you don't get the job. Your dad passes away. You have the miscarriage. You get into the car accident. The debt continues to pile up. God ain't sent a $35,000 check in the mail to make it all go away. And that feeling and that frustration continues to well up inside of you. And then you have an encounter with Jesus. And when Mary and Martha had this encounter with Jesus, we learned so much about God's character. When Jesus arrives at Mary and Martha's house. So Lazarus dies. And they're buried. And in modern text, they was at the repast. Okay? If you are of a certain community, my community, you know that after the funeral, you have the repast. Everybody eating, enjoying themselves, having a good time. and the funeral home is doing what they need to do. The grave site crew staff, whatever they call, they doing what they need to do. It's a done deal. Jesus shows up to the repast, and Martha is 38 hot. That means she mad for the youngins. She is upset. She comes out there. If you had been here, my brother would not have died. And what was so miraculous about that moment is Jesus didn't walk away. Jesus did not yell. Jesus did not fuss or condemn her. He engaged with her. He started asking her questions. He started to inquire about why she felt that way. And he did it until she calmed down. And what that taught me is that God can handle my anxiety. God can handle my fear. He can handle my anger. I was so mad at him when Day, my brother, died. Because what do you mean? What do you mean? To heroin? The fentanyl? What is fentanyl? Because at the time we didn't know. He's dead? What does this mean for my mother who's a recovering addict? God, what are you doing? I was so mad. And what I'm so grateful for is that he had conversations with me long enough for me to calm down. When Martha gets to a solid place, she goes in to get Mary, and Mary rushes out of the room and she falls to the feet of Jesus. And when she falls to the feet of Jesus, she says the same thing Martha says. She says, if you had been here, Abba, my brother would not have died. But she does it from the floor. She does it with a broken heart. And when she ran out and she fell, the crowd came too. She brought her community with her. But what was different now is because she fell, because she let her heart break, because she wept, Jesus not only engaged with her and asked questions, but he allowed his heart to break. He wept with her, and then he moved to do the miracle. And what that taught me is that no matter which state I'm in, if I'm angry and anxious, or I'm brokenhearted and humble, God will never leave me nor forsake me. He's going to engage with me both times. But when I am ready for the miracle, and I fall to his feet, and I connect with him heart to heart, that is when he will move for the miracle. And it's not to say that your anxiety doesn't have a place, because it does. It does not mean to say that your anger is not justified. It is. You have the right to be angry. And all God is asking you to do is to tell the truth about it. Fall at his feet and tell him the truth. Yes, God, I'm mad you took my brother. I hate you for taking my dad and I couldn't see him because it was the pandemic. I hate that I'm in this domestically violent relationship after so much hardship. I hate that I'm uncovering everything I endured as a little girl. How is this fair? And it is only when I humble myself and tell the truth about how I feel that I'm able to move towards healing and wholeness. Because that's not mine to carry. The battle is the Lord's. Jesus already took the lashing. He already died on the cross. I don't have to keep getting up there. You do not have to keep getting up on that cross and nailing yourself to it. Get down. Get down and fall to his feet. Because when you do, he will meet you right there. He will weep with you. And then he'll go and he'll perform the miracle that you've been expecting, that you've been waiting for, that you've been needing, and that you've been requiring. I love you so much. The Bible says that God is close to the brokenhearted. He's so close to you. All you got to do is give it to him. But that's your choice to make. That's all you got to do. I want to lead us into our healing in a minute prompts for this episode. And before I do, I want you to know that you are not discarded. You are not forgotten. God sees you, and He's right there. He's right there with you. He's right there with you. I lost my place because I was talking. Like I likes to talk. Here are your self-reflection prompts. Am I approaching God with explanations or with surrender? Am I explaining this away, or am I actually surrendering to what God is doing? Where have I been standing when He is inviting me to fall to His feet? Woo! I know for me, it's in how I make money. Y'all, I got 5 jobs. Who does that? Why? I have been reliant on my own self to keep myself afloat. And I told God the other day, God, I'm ready to fall at your feet. And I know what I'm saying. I know the possibilities, but I'm ready to fall at your feet. What tears am I holding back that could actually open the door for healing? Our tears can become keys. Our tears can become the key that unlocks the door. So what tears am I holding back that could actually open the door for my healing? Last question. What miracle might be on the other side of my surrender? What are you keeping yourself from? It's not easy to do, but let is to allow your heart to break. Because in the breaking is the building. Your miracle is so close. Just fall to His feet. I love you. I'm praying for your heart. I'm praying for your peace, and I'm praying for your mind. You're going to be okay. I promise. You're going to be okay. I love you, and I'll see you next week, okay? All right. Thank you so much for watching this episode of The Proper View. Listen, I am so grateful to be on this walk of rediscovering Jesus with you. You're not by yourself. I'm not by myself. And if there was somebody who came to your mind while you were watching this episode, that's the Holy Spirit. Please send this video to them. Let them know that, they crossed your mind when you were watching. And before you go, please comment, like, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Or if you're watching on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to your podcast, please subscribe. It helps us out so much. I love you. You're not in this by yourself. And I'll see you next week. Thank you.